Did you know that there was a tennis player who used only one arm and still destroyed everyone? Well, that player is Alex Hunt, a tennis genius who made history playing with just one arm on the ATP circuit. Alex was born with one arm. His second arm never fully developed due to his umbilical cord wrapping around his left arm and stunting its growth. Alex never saw it as a limitation. He grew up on Wakefield Farm with his family, who treated him like everyone else, working alongside his siblings on the farm. Alex was special right from his birth. Unlike other children with disabilities, he lived as if nothing was wrong. One day, Alex asked his mother when his arm would grow. Mom sadly told him it was never going to grow back. To her surprise, Alex never felt bad about it. Alex views his childhood as the best possible place to grow up, because his family encouraged him to pursue his passions with no excuses. Alex started playing tennis with his one arm from a young age. How was he able to do that? Thanks to his parents who played tennis. After working on the farm, he would go with his mom and dad to a tennis court near his grandfather's house to play. His two older brothers also played tennis, and Alex would regularly play with them. It was there that he knew he would go far. Despite his disability, Alex would run around the farm and jump on the motorbike. Even driving his brothers on it gave him the strength and confidence to face his fears, making everything feel normal. As a child who loved doing anything for fun, he would play any available game. He even played basketball with his one arm. It might seem impossible to find the hoop, but for a natural talent like Alex, it wasn't a problem. He also played cricket and soccer with his brothers. But tennis was what he loved most, not because he played it better than soccer, but because of his passion for the sport. He would wake up every day seeing himself on the court.
Step on a tennis court in the next day or two, but I could see myself waking up and not playing soccer every day. So that was kind of the way I chose what I really wanted to do. I just couldn't see my life without it.
Despite facing unique challenges, such as serving and adapting his technique for one-handed play, Alex's determination propelled him to success. He stated, "Some might view my arm as a physical challenge, and I don't disagree. But it's that very challenge that motivates me to see if I can outperform those with two arms." Here's where it gets interesting. He didn't always play tennis the way you see him now. He started with a prosthetic arm, which seemed to fit in very well. He continued to change them as he grew, starting with a tiny one when he was about 5 years old. But he never thought he could play better without it. One fateful day, an injury forced him to set it aside for a week. That's when everything changed. During this period, Alex started experimenting without the prosthetic, and guess what? He felt better on the court without it. But that left one big question. How would he serve without a hand? For 6 long months, he struggled with switching arms, removing the prosthetic after every serve, until he had an epiphany. He could toss the ball using his stump and thumb. And just like that, Alex's signature serve was born. The beginning of his incredible journey toward greatness. What started as a struggle became his strength. He started playing in more competitive tournaments and winning games. At around 14 years old, his parents hired coach Claire Dallison to train him. She helped him develop and prepared him for professional tennis, just like every other able-bodied player. They worked seriously on how he could maintain balance with one arm. They also helped him develop a very strong serve and a powerful backhand. He attended St. Mary College in California, competing in major college tournaments and making a remarkable impact in Division I tennis before turning pro. He recalled his school days and said, "Some people might see my arm as a physical challenge," Hunt said. "I tend to agree, but the challenge is something that gets me through and really fires me up to try things." After graduating from college, Alex Hunt began playing professional tennis, though not yet ranked in the ATP. He played singles and doubles on the ITF Tour in 2016. By 2017, Alex did the impossible. He defeated Christopher Kajigan from the Northern Mariana Islands in round 1 of the $15,000 USD ITF event in Guam, earning his first ATP world ranking point. This was a rare achievement in tennis. Following that win, Alex broke into the ATP rankings at number 1784, competing against able-bodied players. Hunt said, "The key was my ability to control my opponent's serve with my forehand and dominate points." Securing his first ATP world ranking point was a step in the right direction. But it had been a difficult journey for a player ranked 49th in New Zealand. "I have no idea how to do it. I'm just trying to train hard and play my best, and we'll see what happens," said Hunt, whose ultimate ambition is to play in a Grand Slam tournament. But his story didn't end there. That was just the beginning for Hunt, who would go on to play in bigger ATP tournaments in Madrid, Spain, and other European events. A strong positive attitude can make all the difference. Rather than dwelling on what can't be done, Alex believes in taking a chance and pushing limits. It's through that effort that he often surprises himself realizing, wow, I actually can do this. In 2024, something even bigger and more exciting happened. Alex Hunt entered a different kind of event, one full of athletes who had similar stories to tell. And that was a life-changing moment. Para-standing tennis, a unique classification within the sport for people with physical disabilities who play without the use of a wheelchair, began to gain global recognition. Its first World Championships, supported by the International Tennis Federation for the first time, were held. Hunt played in his first para-standing event in Melbourne in January, and went on to win a European Championship. In June 2024, the first para-standing tennis World Championships were held in Turin. Alex was grouped in the PST1 category, and guess who won? Alex Hunt. He dominated the event, claiming the PST1 World Champion title. Reflecting on his win, he said, "I've always felt proud, but also left out. Now, I finally feel like I belong." Knowing that you are being recognized and that you are the best in the world for what you're doing, it's pretty cool because I've put so much work into being the player I am, Hunt said. Touring professionally on the able-bodied tennis circuit had been a dream realized for Hunt. Still, he felt the recognition he'd received as a disabled player competing at that level had somewhat fallen short. Although he was good enough to make the ATP ranking, Alex felt a bit left out at times. "I've been feeling super proud of myself all these years, but also, there's been this massive feeling of being left out and being forgotten," Hunt said. "I've felt so left out and so different, like I was nothing in the tennis world, and it's just been so super cool to feel like I finally fit in, and I feel normal at those events. I feel like people are respecting me as a tennis player. Sometimes you just need to have a hobby that's different from your professional sport." Alex finds peace in fishing, spending quiet mornings with his dad on the water. While growing up, his dad took care of the tricky parts like baiting hooks. But over time, Alex mastered everything from casting to filleting a catch, showing that his determination to overcome challenges isn't just limited to tennis. When he's not on the tennis court, Alex also enjoys playing golf. What started as a challenge in a PE class turned into a passion. He loves the precision and patience required in golf, adapting his one-handed technique to fit the game. It's a space where he can unwind, push his limits, and have fun with friends. One day, while playing golf in PE, Alex surprised his friend Nick Loach, who was a professional golfer. Loach recalled, "Doing golf in PE is something you can just pick up straight away, so I help most people out. But Alex, I didn't realize he was freaking out because he'd never played before. He put in a lot of work though, and before long, he was impressing everyone. I joked, 'You've got one hand, I'll go one-handed too.' And after that, the only person who managed to beat him was me. He beat everyone else." Loach couldn't help but be amazed, saying, "How do you do that, Alex? It's like a little flick." Alex Hunt isn't just a tennis player. He's a symbol of resilience, redefining what's possible. From breaking barriers to winning titles, his journey proves that greatness knows no limits.